Hello, everyone. This is Myra Frost here today with another Supreme Commander video. We have a very special one. Not a lot of people do these anymore, but this is a 1v1 that got sent to me a while ago, and I'm just getting into it. It's currently against Silly Valreal versus Jakku Ka, 1972 noob, and as a noob, someone that loves this game but sucks, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna be a little partial to the noob winning, but you know. So if I kind of stick to this one side or another side because I want to see how they're doing. Um, One thing I do like doing lately is seeing how people are doing their build orders, particularly high higher rated players than I, because I'm stuck around that 600 to 700 level, and that's probably because I play Gap with my friends, and Gap is just making me horrible at the game. But that's the only thing they want to play, and that's the only thing available to play on a Monday night at 2 o'clock in the morning. So, but that my craziness aside, so you're going first land factory, you're getting that hydro, but you're building a power gens and then an air factory, or is it an air or land factory? I don't know. Um, he has sent some engineers out, uh, both ending with nope, only one ending with a factory. This one seems like it's going to do a collect gathering to gather some of that mass. Um, where you're going air factory second, and then you're building what are these? These look like power. Yeah, it looks like power. And then of course, you're having some engineers directly, you know, put a couple of mass extractors with some factories. I'm not sure. I'm a big fan of that, but you're also getting some of your mech points a little later than normal. Noob is coming out with an attack force against. I'm going to just call Val and this noob. Just make it easier on me because I can't say Celio Valeria without messing that up 5 times. Um, Neither have moved their commander. Um, so that's fun. We have some air coming out from Val. It would be interesting to get a little bomber action going, but Val has just got out his air factory, so maybe that's a little late. This does feel a little late. Like there should be more factories out from Val. I don't know what he's doing here or what she's doing, but Noob is moving out his ICO. It looks like he's moving over to here, maybe to build another base or just capture and move forward. I don't know. That would be pretty aggressive. He would be far from home, so maybe might be better to build a base here and then reinforce. There's some fighting. Oh, look at that! Look at that shooting! Pew 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 pew. We do have some more factories coming out from Val. I really like seeing that. Um, but while these guys are kind of setting up their campaign, how's it been going, guys? I've been I've been a little absent for the last couple of months. Sorry about that. I physically and mentally haven't been in the best of places. So I took a little bit of a hiatus. Um, I'm still incredibly saddened, and I've been trying really hard to get my old account back. Um, it's not like Google has banned me from YouTube. Like they just said, go make a new account. We're not helping you because you can't prove who you are. I'm just like, I have to sign into my account to prove to Google that I am my account, even though I can tell them the contact, I can tell them the last people I've emailed, take screenshots of that stuff. And I keep that. Um, so that's been getting me really down. But thanks to you guys, you've been great. I've been getting more views than I ever even started with. Um, so yeah, looks like we have a drop here. Is this just engineers? This looks like an engineer thing. Where is that going? It's just going here. Okay, so it's just going to reinforce. There's a guard unit protecting it. Noop is not really doing anything with his air factory. He's going really heavy land, um, which is pretty cool, I guess. He doesn't really have the mass though. Well, I guess he kind of does. He will in a second to be able to feed those that war machine. Um, Looks like there's going to be some more combat from over here. That it's going to get taken down. There is going to be a raid here, but that factory is going to be done just in time. He should move up these tanks to defend. But I mean, the engineers look like they're going to live. That's great for Val. That means he's not going to have to bring more over, though he did save the transport. Maybe he's going to bring it back. I think he saved the transport. Yeah, he saved the transport. Maybe he can bring that back, move some engineers over to here, and claim this as well. Because it looks like a lot of assault bots, but Noob is doing the same thing. Going to drop over here. He's only going to drop one over there. He's going to drop another over here. He's only going to drop two. Oh, no, he dropped two in the center. He's going to drop one over here, or the last two over here. Okay. Okay. So he did drop a good 4 units here. That should be able to claim this. He does have some engineers around the bottom. It should help him reestablish. The map is starting to look pretty half-filled. You know what also is starting to look pretty half-filled? My new Discord down in the description. If you guys can help me fill that out, this one's going to be a more personal, more less group-oriented Discord. So if you like my content and you want to see more or want to do some collabs, definitely contact me down below. I won't be this small of a YouTuber for a while. I can rebuild. It won't be too hard. There is another drop. I don't know. Is that engineers or is that? Okay, so this tanks. I do think this is kind of an interesting drop. It forces all these units back. I don't know if Val sees this, but all these units are back. He is open to move down this straight unopposed. I don't know if he's going to go unopposed like this or if he's going to come and attack up here. I would go through here and wreak a lot of damage because he can clear the mexes down here. Because it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Like if he goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, he could do that and he could clear that pretty well. But choosing not to, I guess these type of decisions I'm calling out could be or can be made because I can see the entire map. I don't know if I was Val, if I would have made that decision. Oh, something must have happened. Yeah, this is the only thing Val sees. He needs more radar. What does Noob see? Okay, so Noob, I feel has a better position for satellite and radio coverage. Like that's only T1. Okay. He is just leaving his comm there. I'm not sure if that's the best of decisions, but I would pull back or use it to attack. Though it is getting close to T2 snipes. I don't know if that would be something that would happen. Um, Avowed is behind on mexes. Um, they are starting to reclaim them. I do like this little formation. I might steal this because it's kind of sexy. It's kind of sexy. You know what's not sexy? My in-game music just kind of cutting off randomly like that. Like, what you doing? What you doing? Val has been pretty good about getting this reclaimed in here. There's a lot of reclaim here. He just needs to order his units to go do it. Yes, 400, 700, 600, almost 700, 400, almost 200, right? There's 200 something right there. Lots of reclaim. Let's actually check to see what the reclaim is at. So Val, they're pretty close and even. Their income is also very close. Despite the fact that there's all these mass extractors available and Val doesn't have the second island yet. Why is Val's income going so? Doesn't have any power. Okay. We do have a calm in the middle. But Val seems to be pretty content playing hide and go seek here. Val's actually starting to get a really an aggressive lead. Um, Yet again, music. Stop it. I might just turn off all music. Give me 1 second. Um, while we play in the background here, right? Um, yeah, we have some skirmishes out here. There's being a push. There is a huge amount of air coming from Val against Noob, and that's just not a good at all. And Val or Noob doesn't seem to have any anti-air defenses to help defend against that. He is starting to get some T2 mass extractors. Does Val have those? Yeah, Val does have some T2 mass. Except for one of his is behind, I think. But he has decided to go for that as his fourth T2. So, um, but yet again, this is unclaimed. That is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just mass that he's not claiming at all. So 12, what, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24 mass. Which is about 4 tanks every 30 seconds or 15 seconds. I forget exactly how long it takes to make a tank. I think it's about 15 seconds. 15 20 seconds. Um we still got more T1 power generation. We do have some T2 power generation on the field. Do we have any T2 factories from Val? Yeah, we do. We have a T2 land factory, but only and a T2 air factory. Uh, which where we have a T2 air and land factory from Noob. It looks like he absorbed a couple of his factories as he can't utilize them. We do have this scrimmage coming here. Doesn't look good. Oh, we have some Tech 2 gunships coming down. This is going to cause Noob here a lot of issues if he doesn't figure out his air game here shortly. Because Val's just going to come in with all those interceptors. He's going to be able to save his gunships. Really, you need to get some T2 getting or just loading up a bunch of T1, defense against air in your base. I think would help a lot right now, noob. Because you are quite like you have land, but your land is going to get destroyed from all of these T2 gunships. You have like no defense. You are starting to build some, but I'm not sure if it's faster to build a T2 anti-air land unit or to build, 3 T1 anti-air. That's exactly the issue. Right now, he could build or have 4 or 5 T1 anti-air. They're really hard to see, especially when you have them mixed up with all of this. It's looking like Val is getting into a good position here. But he is leaving his stingers unguarded, and here comes the response from Noob. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. You really need to have some, air defense. Do we have T2 units on the field yet? I do not see any. Well, we do have some T2 units from Noob here. That's maybe the only thing that's helping keeping him alive as long as he has been, because you haven't really transitioned to a lot of T2 until probably just now, because there's just been on this side of the field, there's just nothing but T1 with a little T2 in the back. So yeah, you're just transitioning to land. Not sure. Do you have the fact? Yeah, you have the. You basically have the basic production valve. You do have a lot of air factories. Um, so yeah, that's a thing. I don't know what that is for though. Like, are you building like an 8 or an S? Like, what is this? Is this to make it so it's harder to bomb? Like, what's going on here with your base? Um, you do have these all T2. You do need to get this on this T2. Because you're still behind in mass production, behind Noob, and you've already wiped out one of his colonies. That's because Noob has claimed this colony over here, and he's being a cute little pain in the butt. Okay, okay, that's cute. That's kind of cute. So this looks like this army here is going to get cleaned up. What needs to happen is these need to start producing a bunch of anti-air. seems like he has bigger issues at the time. Let's see what the difference between T2 mass points are between. So you have 10, right? And you have 8. So that's a 12 mass difference. And that's kind of big. That is kind of big, which would explain why they are even neck and neck for mass. Have you gone T3 yet? Yes, you've gone T3. So the problem right now is Val's trying to clear off. He's trying to do the safe thing because he had this. There's a base up here, right? There's a base here, but what he should have done with all those T2 was push here, right? Because right now he's at T3. Val's or Noob's at T3, and you're just transitioning. Just transitioning. I don't think you're going to have a T3 air factory in a while. So it's going to be a while before you're able to catch up. And you're not really assisting. Like, you're assisting, but that's just 5 additional mass. It's going to take you 3 or 4 more minutes to get to T3, where your opponent's already at T3, and he's now going to turtle. That's what he's going to do. He is going to hold whatever this push is, right? As long as he holds this push, which he should be able to do, he's going to hold this push, and if he holds this push, he's going to be able to have the resources to recover anything that gets destroyed. Yet again, the biggest problem is that they don't have any no anti-air. And his anti-air is going to get taken out by all of these T1 interceptors. But because he's producing so much T3 right now, he should be able to at least hold this enough. Does have a brick. What he does need is, yet again, he needs interceptors. He needs interceptors, or he needs a bunch of T1 or T2 anti-air. If he had a couple of SAMs, this air push would not have been, or it shouldn't be scary. Now, these T3 are doing pretty good. They're going to get another round or 2 before they do anything, really. These units are just getting just murdered, even without the anti-air or the air attack group. It looks like he lost quite a few of the gunships. And during this, he was able to reestablish this base. And if Noob can, and now Noob has all of this mass too. I think Noob is in a really good position right now. He's hanging on like a pile of cockroaches. And it's really showing. These still aren't T2. That really bugs me because these have been safe for a while. Imagine the mass that those could have generated if they were T2. But he even has an attack force that's coming up here, threatening his main base. That would explain why the gunships aren't continuing to advance. They are targeting the anti-air. Yeah, these T1 and T units are going to get pushed back. You're going to see some T1. I'm not sure if these bombers are doing a lot. Yeah, they're not doing much. Yet again, you have a defensive force pushing a line out here, so he can, I think, eventually, yeah, eventually come here and reclaim this area. Because there's a lot of mass here, right? There's in a whole, T3, almost two T3 mexes here worth of mass. It does seem like he's going to lose this position, but this should buy him enough time to get some mass, or these mass extractors and a couple of factories up. And if he's lucky, he might be able to even get a couple of defensive turrets. Um, it does look like they are scouting for his engineer, or for his commander. Uh, I always thought the heavy assault bots did a little better, but I guess I was wrong on that. I always thought they looked really cool. You know what's also cool? Clicking and clacking that like button, because we finally have T3 power from Val being constructed. Only took 1,000 years. How many T2 powers do we have from? We don't have any T3 power from you. Okay. Do we? No, we don't. Maybe my early thought session was wrong, but right now all I know is that there is a ton of factories that can produce T3, which puts him in a lead. He doesn't have any T3 mexes. He's also a little short on the reclaim. But yet again, he is actually no. He's Noob is doing really great on reclaim. His score is less, but he has more mass. So, and that's probably because he upgrades right around his base. Like if he did better defending his base right around here, I think he would do really good. But interceptors, light transport ship, gunship, interceptor. A play that could happen. Oh, there's some T3 gunships entering the field. You're in water, so you would need to get torpedo units to be able to get you. These T3 siege bots are going to be able to clear up, I think, these up pretty darn well. I'm surprised. Oh no, you didn't get these. These are just T1. Point defense, point defense. Any anti? Yet again, no anti-air. Is anti-air besides Sam just not worth it, or? I mean, I guess the issue of anti-air on this map is there's really no cliff. I think these are all transversable. Like you can just have a unit anywhere on here and it can come up. Not entirely too sure about that, but like you would need like anti-air here, 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 so that it would do damage from further away. Because you want to be able to attack further away. You don't want them attacking while they're in their base, right? Okay, the T3 spy plane is out. Are you looking for his commander? Okay, that's interesting. T3. T2 gunships are being developed still. Strategic bomber. You're planning on sniping him, aren't you? Okay. What you need to do. Yes. Get to T2. Possibly, you know? That's kind of looking like a scary scout force. Oh, that's a torpedo bomber. What did I say, guys? Looking like looking like he's reading from my playbook. Um, we do have a battle over here. You know what? Let's see. Can I not combine? Military. Is there a way to map options? Split. There we go. There we go. So we have this battle over here, but this one seems to be more exciting over in the right pond here. We have news commander swarmed by air. There should be a strategic bomber. We do have a T3 anti-air that's coming out, just pickpocketing these guys. Your noob is going back into the water, probably to avoid a strategic uh, bomber. Well, you still have these T3 and T2 units just clearing out this this mess. But what's more important, is right over down here we do have an attack force. Uh that I don't think Noob can pay attention to. He has to make sure his commander's fine. But he is, and so he does send some units down here. What you should do is take all these units and build some T1. Um, but he has some T3 forming up here. His T3 light assault bots are getting actually pretty hammered pretty fast. Um, that said, where's his commander? Where's his commander? Okay, his commander's here. He's been dodging hot pots here and there. There's been shells coming in. There seems to be enough T3 anti-air to be able to stop this. There's also a SAM here. So all this air is going to get taken out. And it looks like a new commander is just going to scroll away here. We got some bricks in play. That should help. We do have some land support being produced. And yeah, we have a lot of anti-air. They're getting, or Val's getting duped by Noob. Seems like Val's still interested and maybe trying to snipe him with some torpedo bombers, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like Noob is going to be in the water for much longer. So that plan's just not going to work. Do you have T3 air yet? Yes, you do. And you're still not building like T3 power or anything. Is anyone? Oh, that's that hurts. That hurts a lot. We have T3 T3 assault bot that got in and destroyed several mechs. Maybe it was a good thing that that, these weren't T3, which has dropped Avow's mass income to 60 because he doesn't have any of the current islands. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's the first one to T3, and those first 3 minutes of producing units and getting the factories up seem to, like, really turn the tide of, like, a campaign. Like, it is terrifyingly annoying. And I'm kind of at the point where, like, when I'm doing 1v1s, I'm stuck against a player where I can't break his wall. I'm just moving into artillery. I eco up. I stop producing as many units. I send scouts over, and I just try to build artillery. I don't know if that would work here. Artillery, it takes a while to build, and but once you have like 8 T3 mexes, it's only a couple of minutes, really. Yeah, all this mass is helping Val get back into the game. I don't know how much longer Val's going to be able to handle. He just leaves this huge back open, doesn't take advantage of it. Um, and of course, Noob is building these shields, right? He needs power. He definitely needs power. Now he's finally getting his T3. His T3 power. He's focusing a lot of energy on that. Or Noob is, sorry. Noob is. He's got his power back. Where Val is just. It looks like he doesn't have enough build power to be able to get anything up and needs to get more engineers. Though he does have a lot. They're out gathering and they're not doing what he needs them to do. He needs to build more power. Um, Before building these T3, he just needs to get some T2s up. Maybe reclaim these T1s, then build a T2 factory. But this is a T3 assault force coming from Val, but he's going to get pincered. But there are some strategic bombers coming, but they're not going to do anything. I mean, Val does make a valuable effort, but there is at least one T3 or one T2 point defense in the back. You still have all of these units. It just. And these are all just going to die. And he control K's them. We do have another attack coming up here with a few bricks. I don't know what Val can do about these, except for maybe the strategic bomber. Yeah, it does some damage, but not enough. And that is the win for Jaduka noob, you know, it's a good day when you're calling this. It's a good day when you have a good 1v1 to cast and or watch and enjoy. If you guys like this content, you know what to do. Thank you for staying tuned to the end. I'm really trying to rebuild my YouTube career. I had a blog that I was doing pretty decent with views, and I was actually making a little bit of money from. That was helping support the production of YouTube and buying cameras and lenses. But I don't have that anymore. I even had to sell some of that equipment for bills due to personal life issues. Um, but yeah, if you can give me a like, comment, and also if you can follow me on Twitch, I may not be live streaming in the near future, but I'm definitely gonna get back into that by the end of summer. Yeah, I love you guys' faces, and I'll see you guys here next time. Uh, yeah, peace.